Love is a way of building to a crescendo. Ride if you will, ride it with me.
Happy Thanksgiving week to everyone that celebrates it. If you don't celebrate it, that's cool too. Hopefully you get a day off in the middle of the week like everybody else. I don't know, there was a point in a lot of my careers where I was like, you know what, I don't need holidays anymore. And I guess it's kind of weird to say. It's not like I had any problems with my family or, you know, it's just like, you know, I'd rather just be working. And I think that was like my 30s. I think I was like, I'd rather just be working than having to stop doing what I was doing. I'm gonna do about 20, do about 25, yeah, 26, I guess. This is the Coffee Family's coffee from Colombia. It smells wonderful. I'm so excited. This little device is not the most scientifically, you know, proven thing, but it definitely keeps the coffee fresh for just a little bit longer than being in the bag because the air holes push all the air out. And it, you know, it's like I said, there's no malice towards anyone. It was just, I was just like, you know what? I'm just kind of done with all of this, and I just want to sit at home. You know, which is probably not a good thing, but you know, you just get tired. I've definitely gone past that. I'm excited for the holidays now. I'm not exactly excited for the rigmarole that we're about to go through because we gotta get potatoes. So because Matt makes the potatoes for the family meal on Thursday, and then Friday we're going to my parents' house and they've asked for scallop corn, so we gotta do scallop corn, which is basically just corn and cream corn and Ritz crackers and butter. And that's pretty much it. And then you bake it for a while, and then it just tastes like buttered corn with Ritz crackers baked on top of it, which is, you know, is a good combination. It tastes great, but we've been asked to do it, so I wanted to do something just a little special. Since we're only going to have one of these this week, I know I said last week we're going to try to do tomorrow as well, but I have a dental appointment where they're going to be drilling and filling some teeth. They're going to be replacing some fillings. So I don't think tomorrow is going to be a coffee day. It's going to be about 11 o'clock is when all this happens. So I kind of want to have my teeth brushed and just go through the day. Because, yeah, it's the day before Thanksgiving. So it should be a lot of fun. So these are peppermint coffee creamers. I know a lot of people have seen those hot cocoa bombs, the big things that you just pour water or hot milk over, and you know, there it goes, and it melts and everything incorporates. Well, we were at it wasn't a farmer's market. It was more of a homemade things kind of market over in Dublin this weekend. And this is Elise Boyd, small batch cocoa bombs and coffee creamer bombs, handmade in Rocky River, Ohio. So stuffed hot cocoa bombs at gmail.com. There's some QR codes if you are so inclined. But I saw these and I'm like, these look so cool. And they're coffee creamers. So these are peppermint coffee creamers. And she had several varieties. And I had asked if, hey, do you have like a sample? You know, like all three of them together separately in a thing like this. And she said, no. They designate these by color. So peppermint was red. The caramel was golden, yellow, whatever that foil cover was. And then I think something was white. And she says, and her husband is colorblind and he puts these together. And rather than talk logistics on how that could be, you know, better, I said, thank you very much. I'm excited for these peppermint ones, and moved on. So there, and I was, you know, I thought maybe you couldn't put them together like that because the peppermint would overwhelm everything. But the chocolate coating really covers that peppermint smell really well. And it is. There is stuff inside. So I'm going to put this in this clear glass, and we're going to have the joyfulness of pouring the coffee over top of that here in a minute. Yeah, you get 3 little bombs, and she had the big big cocoa bombs as well. She also had one that was shaped like a giant marshmallow man that looked really cool, but I thought that this was enough. And then she also had big candy canes. And I got a big candy cane because candy canes are awesome. I love those homemade looking candy canes. So we're going to do this today, and I'm very excited. You don't normally do a creamer thing, don't normally add anything unless it's like a maca pot. Now, I probably could have done a maca pot with this, couldn't I have? Maybe we have 2 more, so the next time we get together, maybe we'll do a maca pot with one of these and see how that aggravates a lot of Italian people. Which is obviously the goal for this, is to at least aggravate one group of people per show. So, and it was a rough craft show. There were so many people in there. If a fire marshal happened through there, they would have shut it down. That's how many people were wandering through this thing. It was a wave of people. It was a literal wave pool of people, because you would look behind yourself and there would be hundreds of folks. And then you turn back to what you were looking at, and then you look behind you again, and then there would be like 25 to 30 folks behind you. Somehow they would just go through in waves. And I was about a 7 and vibrating. There were people that had hit their 10s and were hightailing it the hell out of there midway down the first aisle, because it's like, oh my God, this is overwhelming. No amount of headphone sizes are going to make this any better. I have got to get out of here. So, and that feeling is real. I'm sure even people who aren't normally like that felt like that in this instance, because it was just so full of people. So many leggings, so many Ugg boots, so many vests. Now, I will say I was wearing my vest, but it had all my RiffTrax pins on it, so it's completely different. And I wasn't wearing Ugg boots. I was wearing my my New Balances, because my feet. Now my nose is running. Oh, and now we're all ready to go. So let's get this Chizot on the Rosode, as nobody ever said ever. Let us pour. Start the timer, please. We'll get ourselves a nice little bloom going. I think I'm gonna go for about 400 grams of water in this one. Since I've got a decent amount of coffee in there, might as well. Ooh, that went through really fast. I may have ground that two coarse. Is that how that works? I know if it's too fine, it'll clog, so maybe 2 coarse. I don't know. Usually that's about the spot that I put it in, so oh well, it'll be all right. We'll get enough coffee out of it, I'm sure. It's the holiday. I can mess up, right? Oh, my nose is running. I don't know why. What a morning. Yesterday was pretty bad too. I'd say yesterday was probably the lowest point that I had been in for a very long time. I went to get the tires changed. I wanted to do it on both cars yesterday, and I was lucky that I got one done. I took his car in to the place that we normally do. It was about 11:30 by the time I was seen. Got everything set up and ready to go. And then they're like, yeah, it'll be done between 3 and 6. And I'm like, it's 1:45 at 3 and 6? That's your time frame? They're about an hour behind. And I'm like, okay. So they did not call us. We did not get any kind of information, because they put us on an app. And the way it used to be with the app, or with the website at the very least, was that it would tell you when your car has moved from one part of the process to the next. I'm going to do about 225 or 425 or 435 or 437. Do I hear 437? I heard 437 is what I heard. But we usually get these alerts. Okay, your car's in the bay now and being worked on. And we didn't get that. And it was about 5:45, and they close at 6, and I'm like, okay, well, we probably better at least go down and pick the car up if they're not going to get to it today. Even though no one has called us or told us anything about the process or what's going on. I don't know how many more times we're going to go to that place. I don't know if I want to take my car there or not anymore. But we got there, and his car was in the bay having his tires changed, and they had gotten incredibly far into the process, and I'm looking and I'm like, I haven't gotten any text messages saying, hey, your car's being worked on. Basically, we had got there to pick the car up and do the we are probably not coming back again speech. So because I just that was a bad day. It was a bad day because I had a plan. I knew exactly what I wanted to do that day, and only one of the 10 things I wanted to do got done. I couldn't even get gas. I wanted to get gas in my car, and I pulled up to the Costco gas pump, and my Costco card was not in my wallet, which is my fault, but I can still scream about it. And I did a little bit on the way home. I screamed about it on the way home a little bit. And then we have the phone app, but the phone app, the login for the phone app was, I don't know, it was telling me that the card had expired. And I'm like, well, the card hasn't expired. The card's fine. We used it the other day. We have a co-account. So it's like, we have that. It was a whole thing. So I don't know if I should wait for this to cool down. I probably shouldn't. So I couldn't get gas yesterday, so I got to try to get gas today. And like half of the gas places had creeped up above $3. Costco was sitting as like, what was it, like $2.60? But all of the other places had creeped up from like $2.70 to like $3.07 or something like that. So, I mean, they're going to raise the prices for us when we're traveling because that's what they do now. So, sorry, I don't mean to be down, but yesterday was a pretty down day for me. So, well, we get over it. The coffee family's coffee is just it's a natural processed coffee, which means it is left in the fruit for several weeks to ferment and dry in the sun, and then it's taken to a facility and washed and processed, and then taken to a roaster, and the roaster roasts it here. So it's one of those naturally processed coffees that just have this wonderful, interesting taste to it, funky in a good way, more fruity forward. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pour this in here, but we're going to get close in on this bomb, and I want to see. Honestly, that was about as uneventful as I thought it was going to be. Get a spoon. I'm like, we got the top to break, so that's good. All right, so we're almost dissolved here. The problem I've always had with these is it's always left a residue. It's not like it's never been clean. You know what I mean? These bombs, they've always left some kind of residue or some kind of weird flavor. Or I've had this coffee family's coffee several times over the past couple of months, and it's a wonderful kind of fruit-forward, kind of tasty coffee. So it'll be interesting to see what this may have been the wrong coffee to do this with. I don't know, but you can see how they're kind of shiny. But I don't think that they tried to wax it, or tried to I don't know what they call they got. Milk chocolate, sugar, vegetable oil, palm kernel oil, hydrogenated palm kernel oil, cocoa powder, non-fat dry milk solids, whole milk powder, whey powder, soy lecithin, salt, and artificial flavor, peppermint dust. So there's peppermint dust in there. So it's cane sugar, corn syrup, creamer mix, all of your candy needs, basically. Now we've changed it into a very interesting color. Okay, it's a bit nutty. Well, let's see what we can see here. Oh, peppermint, definitely peppermint and chocolate. Oh, okay. So what this is It's for coffee people that don't like the taste of coffee. Which is perfectly fine. There's nothing wrong with that. This just tastes like peppermint and chocolate, which is honestly a great way to drink coffee. I mean, this is the peppermint creamer that you put in your coffee. If you put that in your coffee is basically what this is, except, it's in a bomb. There's a little bit of flair to it because you get to watch it disintegrate. And it tastes wonderful. It's got a wonderful chocolatey taste. The peppermint is just wild. It's sweet. It's sweet, just like your dairy creamer is. And then if you get a flavored dairy creamer like the hazelnut or the peppermint or that kind of a thing, I mean, that's exactly what this is, and just in bomb form. And costs a little bit more because it's artesian. But thank you to Elise Boyd. Stuffed hot cocoa bombs. Saw this, had to have it. I said to myself, it would be great to pop this in your mouth and eat it. I'm glad I listened to it and shook it before I did, because there are solids in there, and that would be a really weird surprise if you're hoping for like a jelly center or like some kind of cordial center. That's dust. There's dust in there, and you would really need to drink something after that. That's lovely. That's really nice. And it turned it to the consistency. It looks like cocoa, doesn't it? It looks like cocoa. Delicious. Absolutely wonderful. What a great time. Thank you for watching. What am I thankful for? I'm thankful for all of you. I really appreciate every single one of you. It's great that you stop by. The people that leave comments, the good comments. I don't keep the other comments around. They don't get responded to. They don't stay. They're gone. Bye. And that's to my discretion, which is exactly the way this whole thing works. So that's therapy. Therapy is getting rid of the garbage in your life, and anyone that tries to pile even more onto you, trash. Trash! You're trash. But thank you. Thank you so much for tuning in. I am grateful for you. These past 2 years have been very helpful. It's helped me get through a lot initially, and also through anything else that may have creeped up. So I appreciate all of you for watching, for continuing to watch. I think I can say this: like and subscribe if you'd like. I don't mind. I'm happy to take the likes and subscriptions. You know what's really weird? And I'm sorry, I don't mean to toot the horn or blow that YouTuber thing that sometimes people do, or most of the time people do, but I was looking at the analytics, and the analytics are so weird. I think a lot of people have subscribed to me for the Star Trek content. I have very few people that tune in from my subscriptions that watch this. So yeah, it's just really weird. Which is, it's fine. There are two very distinct things that I do here. I do the Star Trek stuff, which I should do more often, but I kind of run out of stuff. Everything's been processed once. I guess I could do it again. And then the coffee people that seem to just happen in because they like coffee. And then they watch and they're like, cool, and then they leave. And then, move on, which is cool. It's fine. I don't mind that. It's just really funny to look at the analytics and be like, that many people just show up and then go. That's really interesting. Oh well, it's cool. But definitely like, subscribe, leave a comment. If you're into a coffee thing, let me know. If I can find it within a reasonable budget, I would be happy to give it a try. Thank you for watching today. I hope you have a wonderful Thanksgiving if you celebrate. If you don't, I hope you have a wonderful day off. Be careful on Friday. Friday is Black Friday. I don't know if it's still as insane as it used to be, thanks to the onset of internet and shopping from home, which is the best thing ever. Please be careful. Give people a little bit more, for the lack of a better term, give people a little bit more grace than you normally would, and understand that they're in the same position you are, if not a little bit worse off, because they're upset. I just remember the drives with my father. For some reason, we would go to the St. Clairsville Mall. And he was problematic in parking lots to begin with. And you go through a parking lot where there are no parking spaces at a mall where he's just every other word is a curse word because he's tired of looking for a spot. Just tired of looking for a spot. Done looking for a spot. And be, 14 and 12 in the back seat being like, yelling, "Dad, there's a spot," not realizing that we're not helping. We are not helping at all. Have a great week. Have a great weekend. I'll try to tune in next week. Like I said, I'm sorry about tomorrow, but I got a dental appointment, so I at least pretend like I take care of my teeth just so they can go in and not yell at me. Because I guess I owe them that. I don't know how that works. We will talk to you later. Have a wonderful holiday. We'll see ya. Bye. Get some of these. Or if you don't have these around, at least Boyd probably doesn't have enough for the entire country, but try to find some of these coffee bombs. These coffee creamer bombs are fun. I like that. I wish I'd have gotten a caramel one. Bye.